This video is about Strange's TrEG system. Like our first module, SIG, Strange has built-in envelopes, an innovation unique to our sequencers, because we think sending only gates out of a sequencer misses thousands of years of instrumental practice. Conventional instruments control pitch, level, timbre and articulation all at the same time, so our instruments combine a standard trigger output like this with an envelope generator, hence TrEG. First, let's dial up a juicy preset like this blues scale 1, but we'll add the major 7th as well for some Zawinul-inspired chromaticism. Most of this video will be about the envelope generators, but TrEGs can trigger a conventional integrated digital voice just as easily. Strange's TrEG output on the blue trace of the scope has been patched to the filter cutoff frequency. Let's see what it can do by holding A and turning X to dial in about 50% decay probability. A and Y select three different curves. Here's exponential, linear, and log. And rinsing the control fully clockwise randomizes the curve selection. Lose the decays, put in some attack with F and X. Exponential curve on F and Y. Linear, log, and random. Back to standard triggers, and now let's try some sustain with G and X. Curves on a sustain doesn't make any sense, so G and Y controls the overall level of the TrEG, meaning I can do a full filter sweep without even having to leave Strange's control surface. An integrated instrument. You can even randomize the levels. Strange creates ghosted backbeats and articulated phrasing, just as a player would. Strange also has three ways to create space in what it's doing. First, you can set the probability that a TrEG will fire with G and Z. That's about 50%. Second, holding G and turning Z fully clockwise puts it in rhythmic mode. Here, it will only generate a TrEG when the note in the quantizer changes. This creates a relationship between the pitch output and the TrEG probability, such that small offsets of the joystick will also create sparser textures. This turns the joystick into an extremely elegant multi-dimensional melodic control, integrating both articulation and contour into the fine motor control of a single finger. The third way of thinning the texture involves the clock, so we'll look at that in a moment. First, let's look at tilt. Suppose I only want the higher notes to envelope. I dial in 100% decay but keep my finger on the button and turn center fully clockwise as well, tilting the decay probability towards the higher notes. Watch the scope. Now I'll reverse it so only the lower notes decay. Let's do the same for attack. 100%. And tilt to lower notes. Or to higher notes. This is a great way to create space in your melodic lines. Oh, talking about space, that third technique I mentioned. I can divide the clock. I hold F sharp and turn Z. That was a bit quick, but you saw that I lit the third light down, so I'm dividing the clock by 3. Every third TrEG will fire. Strange's melody changes on every clock. It's only the TrEGs that divide. Let's go back to the undivided clock. One last feature. Not strictly a TrEG, but the controls are identical. E and X sets portamento probability. And this too has curve. Exponential. Linear. Log. And random, just as before.